Alright. Let's go. And today, we're having a race. Portimao for the... welcome back to the Grand Prix of F1 2021. Let's play, ladies and gentlemen, as we're heading to Portimao for the Portuguese Grand Prix. And last race was at Imola. So win the race. We'll do wins of the season. Alright. And we're getting ready. It's only going to be a
round 3 of 24.
So this is only 5 minutes, so round 3 of 24. Here we go.
You join us in Portimao as we prepare for what will undoubtedly be a magnificent day of racing. It's time, of course, for the Portuguese Grand Prix. 2.9 miles of track at Portimao, featuring 15 turns, 9 to the right and 6 to the left. There's a lot going on here, a lot of elevation changes that will affect the braking and acceleration. Keep an eye out for the DRS zone in the final straight. That will be the setup for a lot of today's overtaking chances. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. You're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap. So always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position,
which is me,
Sergio Perez, who
with
lines up
Mexican driver Sergio Perez on the front row.
The rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Bottas,
the 2024 champion Max Simon with Valtteri Bottas, Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz.
Tsunoda.
That will be Daniel Ricciardo with Yuki Tsunoda.
Esteban Ocon.
The last straw, Esteban Ocon. With the championship leader Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel. With Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso.
Latifi.
Key market Lucas Latifi. With Nikita Mazepin. With Mick Schumacher. With Antonio Giovinazzi. And George Russell back at the grid.
It's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
But unfortunately, we're not going to see Mazepin in the Haas because they got out Mazepin. Here come the lights. Get ready for the lights. 4, 5 red lights are on now. And it's lights out, and away we go. And it's lights out, and away we go. Let's see what happens as 2 Red Bulls go side by side. Trying to stay out in front, and here comes Verstappen. And a little bit of tap into the contact by Perez, but we stay out in front of the 2 Red Bull Hondas. It's like Bottas have to. It's like Bottas have to drop back as Bottas have to drop back by 3/10 a lap. But we're ahead of Max Verstappen and Perez. After pushing to the side Bottas, so I can fight the 2 Red Bulls right now. Right now, so here we are. You know, this. Yeah, F1 does. I think F1 they don't just do the race; they chose to do practice and qualifying and the race. So see you later, Verstappen. Bye. Sorry, I'm in front. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Don't worry about us having a chance to move up. See you soon. 2 Red Bull Hondas. And the last turn, turn 15. And we led lap 1 with 4 laps remaining off the Portuguese Grand Prix on 21.5. Very nice indeed. Now we're towards turn 1. Now to turn 2. Will be the turn 3. What's the speed? Here we go into turn 4. But will be no DRS until lap 3. And we go fastest again, sector 1 than anybody. And turn number 4. But there are 15 turns here in Portimao. Oh yes, the DTM didn't race there in Portimao. As TCR, so the TCR expires too. And move to the line. Here we are. How's their personal best in sector 2? But we're still way ahead of the 2 Red Bulls. Only 4.0 the gap to Max Verstappen behind in P2. Now last turn to turn 15. Here we go, it's turn 15, and we set another fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1:19.2.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
And DRS is now enabled. Alright, DRS is now enabled by race control. Come to 1 and now turn 2, moving to turn 3. Moving to turn 4. With 4.3 the gap to Verstappen behind P2. Now we're going to break in turn 5. Switch off the overtake. Use more power. 4.9 the gap to Max Verstappen behind P2. But next time, hurry up. Yep, we can't improve the fast time in sector 2. No, you can't improve right now. That's not. Nice move right here. There was turn 15. And down to the line 2 laps to go of the Portuguese Grand Prix. And we set fastest again sector 3 than anybody. And we go, wow, fastest again sector 3 than anybody. Into turn 1 and coming into turn 2, now to the braking at turn 3. Here we go now into turn 4. 6.1 the gap to Max Verstappen behind P2. On. And still ahead of the 2021 Formula 1 World Champion Max Verstappen. So we go. Here we are. Very nice. Final turn, turn 15, and now we're on to the final lap of the race here at the Portuguese Grand Prix.
Final lap of the race.
Here we are, final lap of the race here at the Portuguese Grand Prix. Turn 1 into turn 2. Towards the braking at turn 3. Now into turn 4. A little bit wide. Now towards turn 5 of the braking, second braking at turn 5. And we're at 7.7 the gap to Max Verstappen behind P2, 7.9 now the gap. But we're not going to do 5 laps career, so we're going to still do 50% in the career. So. Yeah. 8.6 the gap, 8.7 now the gap to Max Verstappen behind P2. Last turn, and we'll see the checkered flag and win the Portuguese Grand Prix.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
All right. And the driver today, Mick Schumacher. All right, Mick Schumacher will be your driver of the day.
It's a performance that our Portuguese Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of. I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Champagne time. You're gonna spray me, Max? Here, take this. I'll spray your back. And spray, spray, spray.
It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Mick Schumacher gets my vote today.
Good choice.
Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
All right, we win the Portuguese Grand Prix with 6 minutes, 39 seconds, and DHL fast lap of the race, 192. Verstappen comes home in second, and Sergio Perez will round up the podium. P2, P3 finish for Red Bull, with Lando Norris in fourth. Dan Ricciardo comes home in fifth. P4 and P5 for McLaren. Valtteri Bottas comes home in sixth. Sainz in seventh place. Lance Stroll in eighth. Esteban Ocon ninth, and Charles Leclerc will round up the top 10. Yuki Tsunoda 11th. Pierre Gasly 12th. Sebastian Vettel 13th. Fernando Alonso 14th. Mick Schumacher 15th. For the driver of the day, Nicholas Latifi comes home in 16th, Kimi Räikkönen 17th, Antonio Giovinazzi 18th, George Russell 19th, and Nikita Mazepin will finish in 20th in last place. No retirements. Let's look at the standings. In the lead with 78-point lead over Perez, as Max Verstappen has moved up into third, and Bottas and now has dropped down to fourth. He's now 35 points back. So we got now Valtteri Bottas now 35 points back, but he's down into fourth as Lando Norris moved up into fifth. Sainz has moved up into sixth. Ocon down into seventh. Tsunoda down into eighth. Ricciardo improved, moved up to ninth. Stroll moved up into 10th, and now we got Fernando Alonso down to 11th. Pierre Gasly now down into 12th. And the constructors' standings, Mercedes continue on top, 111 over Red Bull as McLaren moved up into third. Airplane down into fourth. AlphaTauri down into 6th. Hassan moved up into 9th, and Romeo down into 10th. And our next stop we have to go, it's going to be at Circuit Barcelona. We'll do it Friday tomorrow. We'll see you at Circuit Barcelona. It's Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix.